Most product demos aren't boring because of the product. They're boring because of how they're recorded and edited. The problem is that creating a professional looking demo usually requires a lot of manual work, zooming into important actions, adding captions, highlighting key points, and spending hours in the editor. But what if you could record your screen and have most of that work done automatically? In today's video, I'll show you FocuSee, an AI-powered screen recorder that automatically adds smart zoom effects, generates captions, enhances your recordings, and helps turn raw screen captures into professional product demos in just a few clicks. Let's jump in and see how it works. As you can see, we've already downloaded FocuSee. Just click on it and you'll see an interface like this. The first option is full screen, which lets you record your entire display. Next, there's the custom option where you can select and record only a specific area of your screen. You'll also see a Windows option for recording individual application windows, and a devices option that allows you to connect and record from your phone if needed. Below that, there's a webcam option where you can use your built-in camera. You'll also find options for your microphone, headphones, and even a teleprompter. For this example, I'm going to select full screen. A recording dialog box has appeared, but you won't be able to see it because screen recording automatically hides that section. You can see that I've set the webcam to none by clicking on the integrated camera option. Now, let's open my channel. I'm going to record a quick screen capture and then I'll show you what the editing process looks like. So as you can see here, I have just recorded the clip and FocuSee has automatically added zoom effects wherever I clicked on my channel. Then I opened the video, and as you can see, it has added zoom effects and many other features automatically. Honestly, it's an amazing tool. And as you can see, now let's try something different in this tool because we have a lot of options available to edit this clip. First of all, we have the canvas size option. So what is canvas size? Canvas size allows you to choose different aspect ratios such as 16:9, 1:1, 4:3, and 9:16. You can choose whichever one you want. For now, I'll keep it as the original size. You can also use preset sizes for platforms like YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, and many more. After that, just scroll down and you can see the padding option. So what is the padding option? The padding option controls the size of our clip. When we increase it, the clip becomes smaller, and when we decrease it, the clip becomes larger. I think a value of 5 is enough. Then we have the inset option. As you can see, it adds a transparent border around our clip. You can also change the color if you want. For example, if you want a red border or any other color, you can customize it. But for now, I suggest keeping it turned off. However, you can enable it if you feel it gives your video a better look. After that, we have the rounded option. So what is rounded? As you can see, it controls how rounded the corners of our clip are. When we increase the value, the corners become more rounded, and when we decrease it, the clip becomes more square shaped. Personally, I recommend keeping it at around 2 or 3. It gives the clip clean rounded corners without cutting too much of the content. Otherwise, you can increase it further or keep it lower according to your preference. It completely depends on you. And according to your use case, you can adjust it however you like. So I will keep it at 4. After that, we have shadows. So what are shadows? As you can see, there is a shadow behind our clip. This is the shadow effect. When we decrease it, as you can see, the shadow disappears. But when we increase it, the shadow becomes more visible behind our clip. As you can see, we now have a shadow behind the clip and it looks really cool. After that, we have backgrounds. We have several default background options available, so you can use any of them according to your preference. Otherwise, you can use a gradient background. It looks really cool. And if you don't like the available options, you can simply go to the color section and choose your own color. As you can see, we have selected our own background color and you can change it to whichever color you want. These are just the default options. When you go to the library section, you can see multiple background options that you can download and use in your videos. Simply click on the download option and it will start downloading. As you can see, we have downloaded a gradient background and it has automatically been applied behind our clip. When we click on graceful, we get even more gradient backgrounds like this one, and I think this one looks really cool behind our clip. Yes, this background looks really good behind our clip. We also have sceneries. You can add scenery backgrounds as well, and if you want to upload your own background, you can do that too. Simply click here and you can upload your own image. After that, we have cursor effects. So what are cursor effects? As you can see, we have the cursor size option. You can increase or decrease the size of the cursor according to your preference. And when you go to cursor style, you can see multiple cursor designs available. For example, if I select this one, you can see that our cursor style has changed. And when we scroll down, we find even more cursor effects. You can also change the cursor shape. For example, if I want to use this one, I can select it and it looks really cool with this background. We also have hand-shaped cursors, as you can see here, and this one as well. We have different cursor styles available, such as circle cursors and pencil style cursors. Personally, I like this one because it stands out on our clips and remains clearly visible. Next, we have click effects. So what are click effects? When you select the ripple effect, it creates a ripple animation whenever you click on something. As you can see, when we click on our channel, it creates a ripple effect. You can also change its color. For example, if you keep it white, it creates a clean ripple animation that looks really cool. You can also switch to other styles such as the ring effect. And if I choose diffusion, then whenever I click on my clip, it creates a diffusion effect. As you can see, it looks really cool. We also have the spotlight effect. As you can see, it creates a spotlight around the cursor. This is especially useful when you're explaining something in a tutorial or demo video because it helps viewers focus on exactly where the cursor is pointing. You also have the sparkle effect. It creates a fun sparkle animation and gives the video a more creative and energetic look. You can use that as well. For now, I will use the ripple effect because I personally like it. It looks really good. You can also increase the size of the effect. As you increase the size, the animation becomes larger. I will keep it at 27, and as you can see, it looks really good. Now, we have the text options. Here you can see that we have multiple text styles and shapes available. When you click on one of them, you can enter your text directly from here. For example, I will type FocuSee. Now you can increase the text size. I think 40 is enough. You can make the text bold, change its color, and customize its appearance. You can also adjust the background corner radius and background opacity. When you decrease the opacity, the background becomes darker. When you increase it, it creates a more transparent effect. It looks really good. You can also change the font. Simply click here and you'll find a large collection of fonts available. As you can see, there are many options to choose from. This one looks really good, but I think Impact looks even better. Or maybe Noto Sans. Yes, Noto Sans looks great. Now we have camera options. Here you can also use AI avatars. Let's click on AI avatar. You can select an avatar from here. When we click on view all, it starts loading all available avatars. As you can see, we have many avatars available. You can filter them by male or female and choose whichever one you like. For example, if you want to use this avatar, you can easily add it to your clip. But for this example, I don't need an avatar right now. So let's go back to camera settings and simply disable it. Now we have audio controls. So what are audio controls? Audio controls allow you to manage volume, apply automatic noise reduction, and improve audio quality. You can also mute your clip if needed. If you're creating an explainer video and there is background noise in your recording, you can use the noise reduction feature to clean it up. The screen recording you are currently watching was recorded with background audio. When I enable this option, you can immediately notice the difference. Now the screen recording sounds much cleaner and better. Next, we have vocal enhancement. Let's click on vocal enhancement. This feature consumes credits. When you enable vocal enhancement, it improves your voice quality by delivering a clearer, richer, and more studio quality sound experience. You can also control the system audio. If you don't want the system sounds in your recording, simply click on mute audio and all system audio will be removed. Now, when you click on captions, you also get caption options. You can generate captions directly from here. We also have a watermark option. If you want to use your own watermark, simply upload your image here and apply it to your videos. And if you want to add animations, this is where things become even more interesting. For example, if I want to add motion blur, cursor motion blur, or cursor movement effects, I can simply click here and apply them. So I want a 3D motion effect, and it automatically created a 3D motion effect for us. So let's take a look. Okay, wow, this looks really great. When we switch to manual mode, we get several customization options as well, like this one, this one, this one, and this one. We also have additional presets available here. Personally, I like this one the most. If you scroll down, you can also control the X and Y axis manually. You can adjust the focus point wherever you want. For example, if I want the focus here, I can easily move it. This level of control is really impressive. Honestly, I don't think you'll regret buying this tool. You can also use shapes. For example, if I want to highlight something, let me show you. If I want to highlight my channel like this, I can simply adjust the shape and position it accordingly, like this and this. As you can see, it creates a really nice effect. And when the clip zooms in, you also get a 3D zoom effect with a subtle blur, which looks very professional. After that, we have the spotlight feature. Whenever I need to highlight something, for example this video here, I can use spotlight. Now, whenever you want to highlight any part of the screen, simply place a spotlight over that area. As you can see, it highlights the exact section you selected. When you open the settings, you'll find options such as roundness, mask opacity, and feathering. If you increase the mask opacity to 100, as you can see, the rest of the screen becomes dark, which helps bring attention to the selected subject. You can also control the feathering value. Right now, my feathering is set to 0, and I think it creates a really cool effect. After that, we have the blur effect. For example, if I want to blur a certain area of the screen, I can easily do that as well. This is very useful. You can adjust the blur strength, roundness, and other settings according to your needs. I will keep the blur strength at 50 because I think it looks really good. We also have cursor click sounds. This feature automatically adds click sound effects whenever you click somewhere on the screen. For example, when I click on my channel, it adds a click sound automatically. You can choose different styles such as soft, hard, or crisp cursor sounds. You can also hide the cursor while sliding if needed. Overall, this is a really useful feature, and if you don't want cursor sounds in your video, you can simply turn them off. If you like them, you can keep them enabled. Everything can be controlled easily with the available on and off options. Overall, all of these are really useful tools, and I genuinely recommend this tool. I don't think you'll regret purchasing a subscription. It's especially useful if you create explainer videos, demo videos, product demonstrations, or tutorial content. As I showed you earlier, the automatic zoom effects are excellent. You don't even have to manually create many of these effects. The tool automatically adds cinematic 3D zoom effects that make your videos look much more engaging. If you create product demo videos or how-to tutorials for YouTube, this is definitely a great tool to use. Not only is it powerful, but it's also really fun to work with. So that's how you can use FocuSee to create professional product demos without spending hours editing. What I like most is that features like auto zoom, smart editing, auto captions, and annotations help make recordings more engaging while significantly speeding up the entire workflow. If you're a content creator, startup founder, marketer, freelancer, or anyone who regularly creates tutorials and product demos, FocuSee is definitely worth checking out. You can download FocuSee using the link in the description below and try it for yourself. There's a discount code available. You'll find it in the description and pinned comment. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.